Hey, we're from the St. Croix River Education District. I'm Nick.
I'm Courtney.
And I'm Rye.
And we're talking about student engagement strategies. And right now we're just focusing on choices. And what we know is that students and then just people in general are way more likely to be invested and engaged in something where they feel like they have a say. Like even if we made one small decision, it's like, well, we're committed to this in some way because we had a voice in it. So looking for any little opportunity to provide these choices is key to making this happen. So like the simplest ones we can think about are having students have a voice in seating assignments, or which students they work with in small groups. And of course you have to go with experience with that. Like if it doesn't work or if it's not working for your specific group, like you can adjust your plan. But I mean, that goal of providing those choices in that way is a really easy way to typically give that choice. Then with like the curriculum and the learning itself, there's lots of different ways to do this. I think Courtney, you had an experience where I'm just gonna let you take over.
So when I was teaching, I had a reading class and we would have them read a book every grading period. So in order to know that they actually read the book and like comprehended the book, I would give them, I had a list of, I think 18 or 20 or something, different projects that they could do. And some of them were like, I finished the book, so I can do this. Others, like sometimes kids don't finish the book and I can't expect them to. So how would you want the book to end? So you read this much, what happened, and then I would want it to end this way. So just allowing for different types of learners at like how the rate that they learn at, like how much they're able to complete in a time period, having these different projects allows for some give in that aspect.
And it doesn't have to be 18. I know I had a pretty routine project in my social skills class where I had two choices, and it was just writing, well, three, writing a story, doing a like Google Slides project, or making a poster. And those were my like key three. I wasn't going to go up to 18.
To be fair, I didn't create them. I found them on Teachers Pay Teachers. So it didn't cause me a lot of work.
But I mean, so there's that. I mean, projects are one way, like we both alluded to, like if it's 2 or if it's 18, just coming up with a couple different options students can pick from for how they're going to demonstrate mastery. Even within something like a rubric you're using for grading, I worked with one English teacher who had kind of a standard rubric and then an advanced rubric for essays and writing assignments, and students could use the standard rubric, or they could elect, like, I want to be challenged, I want to use the advanced rubric, throw it at me. And they make a choice right there of how they want to be assessed and what kind of feedback they want to get. There's whole advanced levels of doing this. I mean, if you've heard that phrase project-based learning before, that's a whole big movement in education, and it goes so far in some cases where classes and schools, you know, with training and a comfort level, integrate more student voice, where they're essentially saying like, hey, here's a problem, how are we going to solve it, and then demonstrate and show that we solved it. And students are the ones coming up with the ideas for the projects, not even just me presenting them with a couple multiple options. So like we went in this short little video all the way from seating charts to, hey, here's a problem, you guys come up with a project for how you're going to show me that you learned and solve the problem. So there's obviously really simple things and really complicated things that have to do with the way you're planning your whole curriculum. But, you know, if you want to start small, that's absolutely fine. It's just about finding as many places in the lesson and the routine as you can for those choices. All right, thanks for your time. Have a good one.